Welcome back everyone to the Song of Waves and Wind, where we are back here in Parth Rest after going all throughout the region to deal with crabs, to deal with orcs, to deal with all sorts of things, and also to collect some wood, right?
Beware the servants of the enemy.
We must make use of what nature provides, Pineleaf. This includes all of the resources that are scattered due to the war. This driftwood should be valuable as lumber while we wait for the supplies to come back from Ethring. Very well. And now we need to speak with Arion again.
Garvir is taken to overseeing the rebuilding efforts of Barad Ril. He will be eager to see a friendly face.
Travel south to Barad Ril to see if you can aid him in any way. It was good to see you again, Pineleaf. Be well. Be well, and now let's head over to Garvir. Is there anything left to do after what we did last time we were passing through? I don't remember. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Hello, Garvir. Anything else that needs doing?
Well, look who we have here. I'm glad to see you well. I received word from Harrion at Path Rest that you had been lending us your aid once again.
Yep.
Now that the war is over, I have been meaning to return here to see that the lighthouse be rebuilt. It was vital in our efforts to rout corsairs on approach. Dolgimil is no more.
Well, that's good news. We must reclaim this beacon once more so that it may once again serve the Bay of Belfalas. But work is halted. The workers are frightened. Rumors abound of unsightly apparitions in the ruins of Gerlond to the northwest. East. Yes, they dare not resume their work until that place is cleansed. Would you aid in that once more? Alright, I guess I can do that. So, let us deal with the ruins so that anything left in here, or did we do the side quests already? Yeah, I already did that. Okie dokie. Now, there's a problem here where you get sent up here in the course of what you're doing during the first round, and then you get sent here again, so you wind up coming here twice. I know part of that is because of the epic story and all. Now, oh yeah, I keep on forgetting how far it is to this village. I really should remember, considering how many traps I had to lay down before reaching it. Well, here's an apparition, a gloom water. You have discovered. Oh, no, that I. Okay, fine. You're the normal and easier one to kill, so I'll take care of you first. Ooh, Siggies are really tough, and it's at level. Well, obviously, I need a little bit of work on there. Oh yes, also singing. We sing to the ash mounds. Really? You just decided to come here out of nowhere to interrupt my singing. This is a tough area. Alright, I am going to have a bite of something before we continue. There we go. Seasoned fish platter. And that's the new food here. It requires some of those crab legs we collected last time, plus fish, the full seafood platter that we've got in there. And we have crab legs with butter as my agility item. Alright, that should help me out a little bit. Can I get this done before that spirit returns? Well, obviously I'm not going to be able to get that other one. Oh. Prince Land Deep. Hey, does singing there actually attract the spirit, I'm wondering? Ah, well, who knows. I see they're as annoying as any time. Now we have nice bright sunshine. Hey, can I get this? At least this one's a normal one instead of a signature. Obviously I need to work on my weapon a little bit. Maybe I also have to work on my setup on all that. I think everything else in the early part was going well, but this place, we've got some tough mobs. There we go. At least the signatures are. I don't think the normals are all that bad. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the normals are... I can get through that in one cycle. Alright. What do we got here? Oh, that's right. I completed an exploration deed in the area. Alright, that's 4 ash mounds done. Alright. And I need 2 more dark waters and... Okay, 1 more dark water. Oh, not another one of these things. Well, actually, that's probably another reason, is because I've got the dread coming along through here. How much dread do they have? Plus, it says +2. Is that adjusted or base? Okay. Okay, that's base. Since I got the... Oh, actually, perhaps I should... There we go. That'll make things nice and bright. Oops. Oh well, that was not good. Especially when you got that ranged one that's just slaughtering at me. Oh, come on. Oh, I managed to kill it just before it went under. Ha ha ha! Well, at least I met my quest requirements. At least the quest requirements for the Dark Waters. I still need to go and somehow find 2 more mounds around here. No. You're not going under. Well, at least not that way. I've dealt with the spirits for now, at least.
Now that things have settled down at Gaialond, there is no doubt the workers will return and resume the effort.
Thank you for aiding us. I received word from Harion that he needs your help. You should return to Parth Rest and see what he has to say. Boing, 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 boing. I feel like a tennis ball out here. Well then, if there's nothing out here, I guess it's back to Parth Rest. Let me just make sure there are no other rings. Fine. Back to Parth Rest. Hello again. I heard that you need me.
It seems we cannot be rid of you that easily. I need your aid here again.
Again? What's wrong this time?
It is good to see the lighthouse be a guiding light for Gondor once more.
I take it that things are back to normal in Barad-Riel? It's good to see the lighthouse to be a guiding light for Gondor once more. As I was saying, supplies to the camp from the lumber mills in Ringlow Vale have stopped. We have not yet heard word of why. Their lumber is vital to our efforts here. Many of my people have not yet returned, and I fear the worst. Perhaps you could shed some light in this dark hour? Alright, so I need to go to Ethring. Okay, I guess we can do that. And ooh, a shattered Umbari tracery. Yes, please, I can use that. Ah, Ethring. Let's see how things are going on here now. A villager of Ethring glares at you and TitanBar with distrust. Oh, after all I did for these people last time? Yes?
So, you're back, TitanBar. Now that Ethring doesn't need you, your mother will weep to hear it.
And who is this stranger? You have the look of an elf friend, and that's not a popular thing to resemble in these days.
TitanBar left us to make his own way in the world.
Oh boy, is she haughty. He could have returned when the war seemed unavoidable, but instead he left his mother to fend for herself. Poor Cyrtis is fortunate that her brother was here to take care of her, and the rest of the town did what we could. Where was TitanBar when the skies turned dark and the sun never rose? He was away in the White City, feasting and drinking fine wine, while the rest of us suffered. He spared not a thought for Ethring, and now when things are good, he wants to return? Let him try. That's what I say. We have not forgotten. Boy, is she bitter. So who's Miss Bitter here?
It is true that I left home before war seemed certain, but...
How was I to know how bad things would be getting? I worried about home every day. I should have come back before now. My family and friends had to endure the darkness Sauron sent before his armies, just as I did. But they had to do it without the armies of Minas Tirith near at hand. I understand why Eowyn is upset. I should go to my mother, Pineleaf. Our house, her house is to the north, across the bridge, and to the right. Fine. I suppose I can go there. Maybe we can find somebody who's willing to see me.
The shadow of war is now behind us, and
Well-
Gondor rejoices.
Well, I am glad that you're happier than some other people here, that's for sure. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh. Hello there, I'm checking up on the lumber situation.
You must be from Path Rest looking for the lumber.
Look, I know nothing, but I would look for Dervorin. As Lord of the Vale, he should be able to help you with your inquiry. Alright, fine. I guess I should check with the Lord of the Vale. It'd probably be a good idea to check with him in any case. Right? Let's see. Ah, here he is. Hello there.
Another has come looking for their lumber, I presume.
Wait, is that you, Pineleaf? Yes. Oh, and thank you for the tracery.
My friend, I have not set eyes upon you since our time together at Minas Tirith. I feared you dead, but I'm glad to have been proven wrong.
I returned home safe weeks ago, and have been dealing with the frustration ever since. I don't know if you are aware that the Ringlow Vale produces much of the timber used in Gondor. Yet, I arrived home only to find that the nearby lumber camp has been laying idle. I tried to speak to the owner of the camp, a surly man named Dravron, but he's only offered middling excuses. I could step in as acting Lord of the Vale, as I'm loath to wield my power so heavily-handed, at least not yet. Say, you are a fine conversationalist. Perhaps you could be more open to you than he would be to me. Find the camp up the hill, northeast of Ethring. See if he'll tell you why he's dragging his feet over there. Right, I will find out what's going on there. A lot of people are wanting to get that lumber. Alright. Oh, hello.
How have I been?
Welcome.
Since the war ended, many of our fighting men have returned home. The luckiest have adjusted to the peace. Others have brought the war home with them. Lyrind and I are doing our best to help.
Yes. Oh, welcome back to the Vale, my friend. I must thank you for looking after Devrin and Minas Tirith and beyond. The tales he tells of those battles still the rhythm of my heart. It does me good to know that a hero such as yourself was there on the field with him. But speaking of family, my father, Borhador, would love to see you. Now that it's no longer overrun with spiders, he spends much of his time at the beacon of Idendolf. You can find him over there. How have I been? Oh, since the war ended, many of our fighting men have returned home. The luckiest have adjusted to the peace. Others have brought the war home with them. Laren and I are doing our best to help. It's difficult work, distressing at times, but better than dealing with the dead again. Yeah, I know what you mean about that. Well, I'm going to check on that lumber, and then I'll check on that formerly infested area. Apparently, not all the spiders left the area. Of course, this is on the way to the lumber camp, not on the way to the beacon. Since they apparently are in opposite directions. But there do seem to be spiders in the area. Spider Slayer in Western King's Gondor. Oh, wonderful. Apparently there weren't as many spiders in that area as I thought. Oh well. Now, let's find out what's going on here.
How may I help you, friend?
Darvin wishes to know why the lumber has not been leaving the camp. It's because it's not profitable enough for me to send any. The longer I withhold the product of these forests, the more the price will be increased. Only when it is guaranteed that I will be wealthier than the Lord of the Vale himself will I begin to sell. What gives me the right? My family holds a claim to the land per the agreement with the Lords of the Vale from generations ago. Nerman is welcome to revoke it, but without cause, he will lose face. Go and tell him that I will operate my lumber camp as I see fit. Well, I am not exactly sure you're operating this camp. That's what I gotta say about that. He said he can't send any lumber because he's a selfish brat. Okay, those weren't the words he used, but that's what it comes down to.
He claims to own the land itself per an agreement with my forebears? I find this suspicious.
So do I.
I do not believe for a single moment that the lout's claim to that land is legitimate. But as disagreeable as he may be, I cannot discount it without proof.
Let us go to the crossing hall, where my family keeps the records of important goings on the here in the Vale. We can evaluate his claim against those contained within the ledgers. Alright, let's go and check the ledgers and see if he has any legitimacy in his rude claim. Ah, here we are. Let's see what this is. This book contains records of many transactions. None of it has anything to do with land or property. Alright. How about this book? This book appears to be a personal journal of one of Daravin's ancestors. Best leave it unread. Okay, and what about this one? After poring over line after line of near indecipherable script, you discover that Daravin's claim is valid. It seems that Daravin must find a new course of action if he wishes to dislodge Daravin from the lumber camp. Ah, sigh. Well, what do you say about that?
Are you sure? Are you absolutely, completely, and irreproachably sure?
Well, I'm not an
Of
expert.
course, I do not mean to second-guess your abilities, but could you check again? No, wait, don't. I apologize. I simply struggle to comprehend how such a brazen, selfish man could have any legitimacy whatsoever.
Well, I guess you could read it. You're Lord trained in Gondorian law. I'm not, so it might help you to take a look at it. Anyway, this is an unfortunate turn of events, but we must not lose heart. Allow me to take a moment to clear my head. Meet me outside of Ethring later. Perhaps we will have a thought of a new strategy by then. Of a new strategy.
Dravron must have dealings with the people here in Ethring. Perhaps they know something that we can use against him.
Yes, some of the lumber camp's laborers are in town. Perhaps they have information that they can share about their boss. Okay. And also, the tax collectors might have insight into Draven's finances that could be useful. Okay, that makes sense. And you didn't see any horses at the lumber camp, right? Perhaps he hires them from the stable master? Speak with him and see if there's anything to share with Draven. Okay, fine. So, check with the stable master, the tax collector, and any employees that may be visiting town, so that we can speak to them outside of Draven's hearing. And that's what we're going to do in the next episode of The Song of Waves and Wind.